Welcome to the GEasy Class Pack Volume 1. My name is Gudrun from GE Designs, and I'm so excited to kick off this class series with this first video. Do you find yourself searching through your fabric stash for the perfect coordinates? Do you strive to be more confident in your color combinations? If you answered yes, or just love fabric, then a subscription to Goody's Color Club is for you. Goody's Bundle Club is a quarterly subscription program with carefully curated fabric bundles by me sent right to your doorstep. I handpick every fabric in each delivery with 12 half-yard pieces, which will only be available to Goody's Bundle Club members. In addition to an exclusive Stash Builder bundle, each delivery includes a booklet of information on the fabrics I have chosen, the fabric designer, additional fabric suggestions to use with a bundle, and quilt patterns that would be a perfect pairing with the fabric. My name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, welcome to our Tipsy Tuesday show, our first of the year. Thank you for being here. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm here as long of course, along with my sidekick, Mr. HP, running the show. Of course, this is a new year, first show of the year, so we, of course, are refreshing some things you might have noticed. But of course, as always, we want to make sure that you are subscribed to our channel so you don't miss a show. So go ahead and do that. If you're watching on YouTube, there's just that red button down in the corner. And if you're on Facebook, make sure to like our page because then our shows will pop up for you right away. Now, our first Tipsy Tuesday of 2023, and as many things do in a new year, we are renewing some things and changing it up a little bit, as you might have seen in the intro. We figured with our countdown, we count down for 5 minutes to let everybody join in and not miss out on the beginning of the show. So we thought, why not give you something interesting to look at? Yeah. So all thanks to Mr. HP. Putting together the visuals and
make it exciting and fun.
Some new tunes,
a little groove on
some
there,
new music for you. So our giveaways are also going to change a little bit. So we want to encourage you to keep commenting throughout the show. We are just going to have a live winner. We're kind of spreading our giveaways out a little bit, so you might see more of giveaways on our social media, Instagram, Facebook. And of course, we'll keep it up with the shows, but there might be some more stuff coming up. So keep commenting throughout the show. Start by saying hi to everybody. Introduce yourself, and if you're new around here, and tell us where you're from. And it seems like everybody wants to talk about the weather too. But that might not be fair, depending on where you are. So let's start with our giveaway question from last week. Our giveaway question was, what will be the first quilt you will finish this year? And our winner,
drum roll please,
is Diane Whittick. Congratulations, Diane. Her first quilt that she will finish will be her Christmas in Europe. So yes, get that one done and off, ready to be hung for Christmas 2023. Now, Diane, just send us an email to help@GEquiltdesigns to claim your $25 gift card. And congratulations, congratulations. All right, so Happy New Year, everybody. I hope your New Year celebration went off without a hitch and was safe and should we say non-eventful, not too eventful. Ours was pretty nice. It was just the two of us. We went and had an amazing... Just the two of us. Oh, here we go. There's going to be some musical renderings in the new year. It was just the two of us. We went out to dinner to one of our favorite spots down here. They had a special menu. They had some live music, and we danced a little bit. Went to see the fireworks, which was kind of covered in fog, but it was kind of fun. We heard them, but then like, oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. But it was really fun and a nice, relaxing one. So we are adding, with this all renewed show, should we say, or renewed year, we're adding a little segment to our show. One that, of course, has always been a part of the show, but this time we're going to make it a point to point them out. We're calling it the Goody Tip of the Day. So I am going to give you this little goody tip of the day every show, and we are going to start today. Hold on, let me grab my prop. Tip of the day. So, one of the things that when we're cutting with the Stripology rulers and we're trying to fold our fabric in half so that our two folds are nice and parallel, and sometimes if our fabric is kind of a little bit crooked, you can spend a lot of time kind of figuring out how to fold it and adjusting, because what we want is when we lay that ruler on top of the folded fabric, we want to align a horizontal line on the bottom fold, and then we want to make sure that the top fold is nice and straight. Now, a little trick for you to make this a little bit easier, if you struggle with finding the right angle, if you can't get it right the first time, here's a little tip. So I take my bolt fold, and obviously this will be nice and smooth. But then I bring my bolt fold to a horizontal line on my cutting mat. I'm going to choose this one right here. So this one is now aligned with the line on my cutting mat. Then I'm going to bring my salvages over this way, and I'm going to fold them until I can find a line over here that this other fold can be aligned to. And it's easier to do this way, to fold it this way, than to try and figure it out the other way. So now I have this one aligned, this fold aligned with a line. This one is still aligned over here. So now all I got to do is flip it. And let's check. We have a line on the bottom, and it's perfectly aligned on the top. There it is. First tip of the day. Yay! Yay. All right, so what do you think? These tips are going to be, little tips, big tips, maybe some that you've heard before. My chair is not going down. Oh, there it is. Maybe you've heard them before, maybe they're new to you, but it's kind of fun to have a segment that you're going to get something every week.
What's on the wall?
On the wall behind me, let's kick that in. We have 2 quilts, not new. One of them right behind me, the colorful one. I really wanted to start this year off with some color. This one is Trinity. That's one of our cover quilts from the Trinity pattern, which is a single pattern. And those big triangles, it's what I call a Stripology mixer pattern. So you can use either fat quarters, half yards, or you can use a mix of 10-inch squares, 2.5-inch strips, and 1.5-inch strips. The other one in the corner here with a light background, this one is called Frequency. And this is a 2.5-inch strip pattern. And you can find this one in my first Stripology Mixology book. Fun quilts. And I haven't seen them for a while, so I just got lots of quilts sent over here right before the holiday, so I'm happy. I'm very happy to have some quilts around. All right, so moving on to our next little segment. So our class pack, volume 1, just kicked off this past Friday. So what this is, of course, the class pack is a set of video classes where we're going to take our time and make these 2 quilts, Katrina and Zoe. So there's 3 sessions of Katrina, 3 sessions of Zoe. There are weekly videos that will just arrive in your account, but the first video arrived in your account, those that have signed up, arrived in your account on Friday, and that was the video where I talked about fabric choices, making your decisions, and what to think about for each quilt, making those decisions. A part of the class pack, now both of these quilts are in my newest Stripology Mixology 3 book, but in the book, the Zoe is made from 10-inch squares, and so is Katrina. But as a part of the class pack, I actually give instructions and show you how you can make both quilts from a half-yard bundle. So we were able to be a little bit creative when cutting out the Zoe quilt and use the same bundle as you would for the Katrina. So it's been really fun seeing some of you have been posting your fabric choices, because we have a special closed Facebook group that is going to act as our class forum. You can ask questions, and I'll be checking in there daily. And so everybody's been posting what fabrics they're going to use. Some of you are using a bundle. If you do use a bundle, you of course need to add background fabric and border fabrics for Zoe. But it's been really fun to see your choices. Now, of course, you can still join the class pack because we haven't started. The first video will be available in your account on January 11th, I believe. And these are not live, so you can watch these videos whenever. They just are in your account to stream as many times as you want. The patterns did arrive in your account along with that first video. So now everybody's figuring out their fabric, doing their cutting, and just getting kind of hyped up and excited So I went into the class forum, the Facebook group, and snatched up some photos of some beautiful fabric choices of yours that you'll be making those 2 quilts. So I thought we'd put together a little slideshow with the fun fabric. So check it out. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. And I noticed a lot of you are finding some goodies that stashable bundles that you obviously stashed away for a while. So pulling out stuff that's long gone from the store. I love it, and I can't wait to see them. Now I saw some questions pop up. Those of you that are on Facebook and looking for the Facebook group for the class packs, I just posted a link. There's also in Goodness Quilt Crew, there's a post by me with a link to that group. Now, one thing, when you join that group, you ask to join that group, you have to have your order number. So find the order number. You do that by going to the website, GEquiltdesigns.com, log into your account, and then you'll see all your orders. So you can find the one for the class packs, and that's your order number. It's a 6-digit number. So just post that in when you join the group. You'll be asked that question, put that there, and then you'll be able to be accepted right away. If we don't have a number with it, we have to look up your name, and the name on your Facebook profile sometimes doesn't match what you have on your order. So then we have to decline it if we don't find a matching order. So just know that. Jackie asked, I'm signed up, but I thought we were making both from the same bundle. Do you have a sample of that? You can do either or. You can do both from a bundle, or you can have different pulls from different fabrics. People are doing both. So in that first video that is already released into your account, Jackie, just log into your account on GE Quilt Designs, go to My Downloadable Files, there will be the patterns, and then there will be the first video. I do talk about how you do both quilts with the same bundle, and we had 2 different examples, but I also showed you what I'll be using. I'm making a few during this whole class period, so you will be seeing lots of versions of that. Will this class pack be available throughout the year? Yes, so the class pack itself will be available to purchase together in a pack for the duration of the classes, which is January and February, our last live Zoom day. So we have each class or each quilt will be taught in 3 parts. So Katrina will be in 3 parts. And then on the 4th week, we're going to have a live Zoom day where we'll give you a few different time slots to choose from to come join us live. Ask any questions you have live. Just do a show and tell, just do a hi or whatever. And then we do the Zoe class, 3 sessions, video classes, and then the 4th day will be the live Zoom. The live Zoom, if you can't make those, it's no big deal. That's just our little bonus. Now, after those, the duration of the class packs, which is by March, the classes will be able to be purchased individually, not as a pack, because that's kind of a special deal that we have going on. Debbie says, I'm supposed to be cutting my fabric. You want to have your fabric cut, but here's the deal. When the first class comes out on the 11th, you can watch those videos whenever. So you cut your fabric whenever you got time, whenever you're ready, and then you can go ahead and watch that first class pack. So there's still time to join. You can join us later in the month because you can always catch up. Those videos will be in your account forever, so you can always go back to them, watch them as many times as you want. Pause, rewind, pause, rewind. Will the next video for the class pack show how to subcut your 10-inch layer cake fabrics? Yes, that does show that. Okay, any other questions? Are you showing us cutting? Oh, same thing. Yes, I am. We are not doing Zoe until February, so that will be a part of February. We're focusing on Katrina first. And yes, I will show you how to cut the Katrina 10-inch squares as well. I posted the link for the groups if you're watching on Facebook, I posted it in the comments. But if you go to the Goodrun's Quilt Crew, our group on Facebook, our community group, I posted it there as well. I also sent everybody that signed up an email on Friday with a link to that group. So I will be sending everybody another email later in the week, so you can just wait for that. If you can't find the first one, check your spam folders, all of that good stuff. Will you still be doing a quilt along this year? I'll still be doing quilt alongs. No worries.
Oh my gosh.
No worries. No worries. I told you, I gave hints on what was going to be happening maybe possibly soon. Are you planning on doing more of these class packs throughout the year? Yes, I have put a lot of work into the format of these. I really like how I envision it. So if it really goes well, as it is going well so far, we will be offering more of those for sure. All right. Can you discuss using best press on your material before cutting? Actually, you gotta wait next week. I'm gonna talk about best press next week. It's gonna be the tip of the day. But I do talk about that. If you're talking about the class packs in particular, I do talk about that in that first video. It is helpful. It's not necessary. Best press is never necessary. Best press or starch is never necessary. It's a personal choice. And the times when I use it is, I specifically talk about that both in my books and patterns. I just say it would be helpful. So can you still sign up for the class packs? Yes, absolutely. You'll find that under our virtual retreats and classes and lectures on our website. All right. One more. All right. Do we use best press if we're using layer cakes? If you're using layer cakes for Katrina, you can use best press if you want. because we have a little wiggle room. What happens when you use best press or any kind of starch, your fabric may shrink a little bit. So you want to be sure to starch everything before cutting the fabric. But so we usually don't recommend it for layer cakes if you need to use the full 10-inch square. But we have a little bit of wiggle room with Katrina, so you can do that if you want to. Up to you. Somebody asked me, ever done best press on steroids with Terreal Magic? I don't like a hard, crisp starch, so I never use regular starch myself, which I think Terreal Magic is. It's really crispy because I like to still sew with fabric and not paper. But my favorites are either best press or magic sizing. Just a little bit of stability, I would say. Why does my velocity iron use so much water? Well, that depends on how much steam you have. You know you have a steam setting. You have a steam setting. So you can always turn it off if you don't need the steam. It's easy to do with your buttons. So I just think the steam is awesome. The steam is better than any iron I've ever seen. So that's why it uses more water. More steam, use more water. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to our retreat. Also, a lot of questions about our Stirpology virtual retreat, which is now going to be our 3rd annual. This is going to be happening in March. And if you don't know much about our retreats, this is a 3-day full of fun, lots of information. I'll be teaching 3 different quilts. Cool new techniques with the Stripology rulers. We have a full day of like I said, fun. We have games and all kinds of stuff. You get, even though the retreat is virtual, you actually get a box in the mail with all the goodies. But why have me talk about all of this? We actually had some fun this weekend and filmed a little commercial for you. So what do you say, Mr. HP? Should we play it for him?
I think we should.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Let me find where it's at. There it is.
Are you ready for the Stirpology Virtual Retreat 2023?
Join us
And our friends from around the world
on a 3-day virtual cruise full of fun,
friendship,
music,
and of course, quilting.
Oh yeah.
I have designed 3 exclusive quilt patterns that I will be teaching, including a great new technique on making flying geese with the Stripology ruler. You will receive a retreat box in the mail containing all the fabric you need to make the quilts, along with exclusive retreat swag, recipes, games, and snacks to make the experience one of a kind. You can choose from multiple colorways for your quilts and 2 sessions tailored to fit anyone's schedules. Sign up now on our website while spots are still available.
All aboard!
Aye, aye, Captain! What do you think? Well, Kobe was in on this. He doesn't quite look like Kobe, the dancing dog. He dances like Kobe, but he didn't find one. We always talk about this. There's not a lot of like cards or anything with the black dogs. The black dogs are left out.
Checking out the black dogs.
Oh, he's here, just
He's like this
chilling with his mommy. He's got a ball. He's hoping for some play, but that's not going to happen yet. But let's take some questions on the retreat. So you've all seen the Nikki and the Ariel patterns, or the quilts. The first ones I made were from the Secret Winter Garden fabric. And so we have 13 kits to choose from. 2 of them are fortunately sold out, but you got 11 to choose from. And we are, working on some more color samples. So let's check out. We have the Happiness Blooms. Oh, I wish to choose another background for my retreat bundle. How many yards do I need to order? So those types of questions would be best to send to help@GEquilt Designs, because it is based on what size. If you're just making the regular size, a 3-yard is enough for both quilts. The accent for the Nikki and the background for Ariel. So yes, but we made a few more. So let me show you. So this one is our Nikki made from the Hibiscus Hummingbird bundle. I love the freshness and the pretty colors of this. I love the gray background for the accent, and the Ariel is stunning. Just check this one out. I absolutely love this one. So this is the Ariel from the Hibiscus Hummingbird, and just love how that turns out. So you will be making 2 quilts from the same bundle, but of course the background and the accent fabric just changes everything. Here's Pansy's Posies of the Nikki I made. I don't quite have the Ariel finished, but it will be finished by next week. So I'll be showing you that. But I just think it's really fun to see the difference, how the quilts look different in the different fabric kits. Now somebody asked if you could just buy the retreat classes and not the kits. Unfortunately, no, because we have a lot more in those boxes than just the fabric. We have all the little gifts and knickknacks, we have snacks, we have recipes, we have all kinds of stuff. It's a fully created experience for you.
Extravaganza.
And part of it is getting that box in the mail along with all the other participants, and you get to open it and have that little surprise. And then of course we utilize a lot of the stuff in the box as well. So that is just the way we do things around here with Retreat. So would love to hear from you that are joining us for the third annual. How does Ariel change if you make it larger? Oh, there's different layouts. So it's a fun block to play with. So it keeps the same center, but as you grow, I just added some flair around it. Just more blocks. Julie, just trust me, it's really cool. Okay, any other questions? What are the quilts on set today? We have Trinity and we have Frequency. We talked about that at the top of the show. All right.
Somebody wasn't listening, or they're late.
That's okay. That's okay. So we start at 9:30, like with full-on teaching. 9:30, that's Central Time. So, but we open up the Zoom sooner. So we called it like the morning coffee chat. So a lot of folks got on right away as they were sewing, chatting, just enjoying each other. So it was, Sharon says, this will be my 3rd virtual retreat, well worth the cost, it's so much fun. Dawn says, only my 2nd, can't wait, love it. Okay, the only retreats I've done are your virtual retreats, says Ella Lou. It's awesome. This will be, okay, that. And then Janet says, a full retreat experience, especially if you move into the breakout rooms. Going into the breakout rooms, you just go into a smaller group, you go into a different one every time, so you get to know different people. You actually get to know a lot more people than you ever would if you were sewing in the same room.
Around the world.
Yeah, from around the world too. We love that. Love that. So yeah, Twyla said it's early for West Coast. I know it is. It's 7:30, but remember our retreat teaching, the videos also, just like our class packs, will be in your account. So a lot of folks, we have folks from Hawaii and Alaska that had a hard time getting up so early. That's okay, because as soon as you get up, you go to your account and you can watch those videos and catch up easily. Because those guys also stayed up later and got caught up. So, and it's not even about catching up. We are all working at our own pace, just having a good old time. All right. Margie says, does it go on all day, or are there breaks? There are. We have lunch break. We have little breaks. We have lunch break. We have dinner breaks. There is some free sewing. You can always step away. So it's much like a retreat. You don't hold your hostage to your computer. We have set things that you might not want to miss. We have happy hour every night. We have games, little lectures. So you can kind of map out what you don't want to miss. You can do on your phone. A lot of folks were on a tablet. Yes, of course, you're going to see things better on your computer, or you can maybe mirror it to your TVs. A lot of folks had us on a big screen TV. So either way. And so another good way, people had maybe their phone for the Zoom or iPad, and then they would log in on their to their account and cast to their TV to watch the videos over and over again on a big screen. All right, so if you don't have any more questions, there's a comment. I've been to a couple of in-person retreats and 2 of your virtual. The virtual is so much easier as far as having your own sewing room available. I know, you have access to everything. The best part, which everybody said, even though it was really sad when it was over, but the best part when it was over and it was cleanup time, all they had to do was exit their sewing room or close the door and it was done. No packing, no laundry when you got home. Well, I guess the regular laundry, but all that fun stuff. It was cool. Plus, we have such a cool theme this year with the cruise. We have to figure out where we're going and where we're cruising virtually. That's what's fun with virtual. We can do anything. We can go anywhere. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's talk about some basics before we get to a little bit of fabric. We have Color Club is coming out. The first Color Club of 2023 will be shipping on Thursday, on the 5th. So I'll be revealing the color a week from Friday. We always let it try and get into people's hands before we do the reveal. So the reveal will be on December 13th. No, January. We're not back in December. January. And then Bundle Club. January is Bundle Club month. We're very excited about this next shipment of Bundle Club. It will be going out around the 20th. So I'm so excited for this one. I'm so excited for everyone. It's something that we wait for so long, and so it makes the anticipation a little more. But I have some fabrics for you to show you. First, we listed some new pre-orders for our bundles. Now, our pre-order bundles are listed on the website. You can go a special tab for the pre-orders. This is a way for you to kind of secure some of those popular bundles ahead of time. Budget yourself. When you order the pre-order bundles, you pay them in full, but you do get a $5 discount off of all pre-orders. And all pre-orders count towards your GEasy points. So our GE FAMS rewards program, don't forget about that. Start collecting those points because they rack up pretty fast. So we have 7 new pre-orders listed today, and there'll be more coming. So let's check out some of these pre-orders that were just listed today. Where are they, Mr. HP? Were you too busy making that fancy intro that they were all hiding? Well, let's unhide them. All right, so the first one we're going to check out is, this one is a favorite. This is called Collage. This is by Janet Claire for Moda. This one, like, really truly just reminds me of the colorway that I used for my original Zoe quilt. I used a collection of her fabrics, and I think I have to show you this quilt because the colors are so similar. So I just used blues and greens and just use blues and greens. Check it out. So you could totally get a very similar result with this collage bundle as you do with this one. So 3 blues, 3 greens, and then really cool 6 beautiful off-white for background. So an easy lights and darks to do this quilt. You want to put the bundle back up just to show them? There. All right, so the next one up, a lot of color. This one is called Florence. This is a Robert Kaufman. I love these beautiful prints. They are very artsy. Some reminds me of like the kaleidoscope when you look through the hole, like a, what were those called? Those little viewfinders, and then you twist it and it would change the pattern. I don't either. So we have 2 versions of this, 2 colorways. So this is, well, this is not the same. This is not the same fabric. Leaflet, I think, and then Florence, and then leaflet. Okay, this is very similar. We'll have to double check on that. But they're very similar, but I love those bright colors from Kaufman. All right, so then we have Sundance by Crystal Manning. This is a Moda line. I love this, I love the fresh take on color. That green with the blue and yellow is kind of a surprise, but I really love the soft bits of mint green into the darker medium greens, and then just the pop of orange in the flowers. Kaleidoscope. That's what it is. All right, so then we have another Moda line. This is called Sunnyside by Camille Roskelley. I also loved kind of the vintage feel of this with beautiful rich colors, blues, greens, and then that burgundy, shades of burgundy. And it's got both lights and dark. So I'm interested in seeing how this one comes out. Then we have Cracked Shadow. This is a basic by Tim Holtz that we will be carrying. So this one will be both available in half-yard bundles and then, of course, in our 1-yards. Then we have Vitamin C by Deborah Edwards and Melanie Samra for Northcott. So you've seen a lot of lines of theirs before. Turtle Bay, we just showed you Whale Song. So beautiful textures, lovely oceany colors with those sea glass greens and blues. And that's it for now. 7 of them. Beautiful, beautiful. So check that out. And speaking of those designers from Northcott, I showed you Whale Song, I think, last week. And I forgot to show you we have a 108 that goes with that line. So let me show you real quick. This is a wide back that goes with Whale Songs, just called Multi and Ombre. So you will see selvage to selvage. So we start here on one selvage. It goes from the dark blues into the more greens, and then into the teals, and then it ombres back into the teal, into the greens, and then out to the blues again. So lots of movement in this wide back. It is gorgeous. I know it's kind of too big to show you here, but just these specks of lavender and purple, just love it. And I know a lot of orders for Whale Song last week after our show. So I think some people are going to be using that for their class packs. Can't wait to see that. But our other new bundle that just came in is one of our choices for our retreat. And this one is called Cool Breeze. This is Free Spirit line. And this designer, Katie Pasquini Massapust, always has some really unique fabrics. So I would say more artsy, and they're all geometrics. So you will find no florals or anything like that. So cool geometrics. I love the beautiful mix of greens, and then the beautiful mix of blues and purples, lavenders in here. So this is one of the main prints, and I just love the movement of it. It's like tiles, like irregular tiles. So cool. Then we have some greens, so some softer greens in there as well, softening up that lime a little bit. And then a light fabric print that has that nice soft green in here. We have another multicolor on a light background, all those circles. It's like stamped circles in those colors with the blue, with the lavender, and then the green all together. Ties it all well together. We have a violet lavender print here, which is little squares with circles. Another textural print, a little bit darker purple with adding some black to it. And then I love this print. This is super unique with, I love just the texture. And then there's, you know, when you paint it and then you use the back of the paintbrush to make designs, to scratch out the paint. This is what it reminds me of. But I love the texture of this. And then we have a little bit more blue in this print, this tone on tone. So it has more bluer than the lavenders do. And there's always kind of a stripy print in her lines. And this one is very geometric. So adding in the little bit of black and white along with the colors. So this would be so cool when it's cut up for the retreat quilts. And then we have the neutrals. We have a white with black print on it. So another little bit directional. And a medium gray with the circles, and then there's little prints in between. A lot of depth to this one because we have large circles, small circles, and a little bit of prints in between. And then we have that same, the white print with the black. We have it reversed. So black with white print on it. So this is Cool Breeze. Not sure what the name ties to it, but I love it. I think it's going to be super fun for the retreat bundle. Now for all of our retreat bundles, they're going to be a 15-piece. So we added some three fabrics to this. But I did a fabric poll, a little bit different than what the retreat bundle will be. But 2 greens, adding kind of a medium, the canvas and the chartreuse. And then I wanted to have a little bit brighter with the spectrostatic lightning. It also has the black specks on it, so it fits really nicely with the black in the line. For my lavender, we have a perfect match here with the bumbleberries and the thistle. And then a darker one, I would use the canvas amethyst. And then for the blue tones, the jot dot in the cornflower. So then I brought in some neutrals to play with, more with the neutral fabrics. The moonscape and the vanilla with a little white, black on white. And then for the medium gray, the spotted celestial aluminum because it has black and light gray in it. And then of course, if you wanted a pure black as a punch, I would do something like grunge black dress, something that is going to stand out from all of them very easily. Now, if you wanted to add a light background, I would also go pretty neutral, pretty white with a canvas whitewash. It has a little bit of a texture to it, but it's pretty white, not quite white on white, but works well with the tones of this bundle. So this is Cool Breeze by Free Spirit. Can't wait to see the Nikki and the Ariel with this one. It's going to be great. I think I paired it, if I remember correctly. Now, I don't always remember all of my fabric pulls, but I'm pairing the retreat quilt. So for the Ariel, it's a light gray, like a silvery gray background. I think it'll be great. It'll still stand out from the lights and the darks from the line.
I said you're gifted in your fabric pools. Oh,
thank you. It's my favorite thing to do. All of my kind of made up quilts in my head. I get to have a little release from all of those.
So inviting.
Yes, I thank you. I'm happy to do it. It's one of my favorite things. All right, so we are getting towards the end of our show, but there's some very important things. Very important things. Should we start with our winner? So we're not doing a giveaway question going forward. We're just gonna choose a winner from all of your comments. So of course, then it's very important to keep commenting throughout the show. So let's start with our live winner. Are you ready for that? No, not ready for that. Okay, well, then there's one more very important segment that we have to do, and that is announcing our first quilt-along of the year. Yes, there's going to be a quilt-along, I told you. And there's going to be a quilt-along coming pretty soon in January. Here's the save the date, and here's all I'm going to say for now. So we are going to be supersizing 2023. We're going to kick off the year and supersize it. It's going to be our greatest yet, right? So we're going to do an all-day quilt along January 28th, 2023, just like we've done in the past. It's going to be a supersized quilt. You know what that means? That's usually when I take a previous pattern and supersize it. We make in large blocks, which also means we can make them faster. Now, what quilt it will be, and what's it going to look like, and what do you need to do? Nothing right now. All you need to do is put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar.
Yay!
You'll find out more next week on our Tipsy Tuesday show. We'll get all the details. It's going to be a little bit different than in the past. You know how we change things up, try different things, but for the most part, just like our other quilt-alongs, all day, we go live a few times throughout the day. We sew all of us together in the same, well, not in the same room, in our own rooms, but at the same time. So it's just a beautiful, fun day. Of course, we'll do all the other stuff. Even though we're also doing class packs, and retreat is going to come in March, January 28th. January 28th. We can squeeze one in. Are you excited? Are you ready for it? Are you going to join in? Supersizing our 2023? I hope so. I hope so. All right, so that's it. Well, no, let's get our winner. Who is our winner? Thank you for watching us. Thank you for being with us on Facebook and YouTube, and ready for another year. Jan Sachs. Congratulations, Jan. $25 gift card is yours. Just email us to help@gequiltscience.com, and we will get you that gift card right away. Thank you so much for watching. Our next show will be January. Do you have those dates? I think I lost my notes somewhere. Tipsy Tuesday on January 10th. Remember to tune in, because that's information for our quilt along. We'll be releasing more information, showing you the quilt and everything. And that's at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then Friday's show, this coming Friday, that's January 6th. January 6th, that's official end of Christmas. Yes, that's Epiphany. That was always when, on my household, back in Iceland, that's when the Christmas tree and all the Christmas ornaments were taken down. It was also my grandmother's birthday, and so we did have one last party, one last Christmas celebration before all of it got taken down. That was to celebrate her birthday. So that is it for our show. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.